The Rebbe said at different occasions that when he speaks by Farbrengen, not always does he finish the complete inyan that he started to explain. Sometimes it's because there's not enough time or other reasons. And therefore the Rebbe many times would say, after he would say an inyan, he would say, Ten lachocham v'yech kamed. He would quote this pasuk, which means, say things to a chacham, and he will continue himself to figure out and be smarter and figure out what's going further. I want to give an example to that. In the Farbrengen of Shabbos Pasha Shaped in Tovshin Chav Zayin, the Rebbe spoke about the Rasha on the pasuk Tomim Ti and Hashem Alekecha. There the psukim speak about not listening to the mechashvim, to the magicians. And then the pasuk says, Tomim Ti and Hashem Alekecha. You shall be Tomim, sincere, or however we'll teach it, with Hashem, your God. And then the pasuk continues, Ki that these nations, they listen to the magicians, but you, Novi Mikir B'cham Kameni Yokim L'cha Hashem Alekecha Elif Tishmon. I will make a Novi, I will give you a Novi, and to him you should listen. On the pasuk Tomim Tiyim Hashem Alekecha, you shall be Tomim with Hashem. So Rashi says, Hishalech Imei B'tmimus, go with him with tmimus, sincerity, with a tzapalei, hope for him, v'lei tachker acharo asides, and don't investigate, don't look for the future. Whatever comes to you, you should accept with tmimus. So from Rashi, it seems that the pasuk is trying to tell us by Tomim Tiyim Hashem Alekecha that you should not look into the future. Take everything as it is. Take Hashem whatever He gives you, but don't look into the future. So the Rebbe asks, there seems to be a contradiction to the next psukim, because the next psukim say that the goyim listen to the magicians, but I'll give you a novi and listen to him. Is mashma to say that not that you shouldn't look into the future. It's mashma that you shouldn't look into the future by asking the magicians. But a novi you're able to ask. So how does Rashi say that the posik Tomim Tiyim Hashem Alekecha means that you should would not be chayker, do not investigate into the future? And the Rebbe answered, therefore we have to say according to Rashi that when the posik after Tomim Tiyim Hashem Alekecha starts off saying Ki hagoyim eila, that these nations they listen to the magicians, but I'm giving you a novi, is not a continuation. It's a new thing. First he says Tomim Tiyim Hashem Alekecha, you should be Tomim, and Rashi says it means do not look into the future. And then a new thing the pasuk says that the goyim they have their magicians, but I'm going to give you a novi. That's how the Rebbe answered the shaila. When the Sicha was given in to the Rebbe to Magia for Lekutei Sichos, which is in the year Tovshin Lamed Dalet, which later on went into the Lekutei Sichos Chelik Yud Dalet. So on this thing, the way it was written, as the Rebbe said it, the Rebbe wrote these words: Eifo umahu hateretz alzeh. Where and what is the teretz? In other words, we said that the teretz of the kasha, that how does Rashi say that don't look into the future, is because the next psukim are not a hemshech, doesn't answer the kasha. But nevertheless, here it says you could ask a novi. It says Hashem says I'll give you a novi. So how does Rashi say before that al tachker achaysidis, you can't look into the future? In other words, how does this answer the shaila? The fact that this ki hagoyim eila is not a hemshech, but it's a new beginning, it doesn't answer the question. The question is still there's a contradiction here between the two things. So we see here that the Rebbe, even though the Rebbe said it by the Farbrengen, but obviously the Rebbe left it open that we should figure out ourselves. And therefore, the Rebbe added a teretz. When he was Magia the Sicha, he added a teretz. And this is what the Rebbe wrote when he added the teretz. He wrote that Rashi is medayek like tachker acha hasidus. Do not be chayker. And the Rebbe says, what does chayker mean? Chayker means ishtadlus yisera hameira al daiga yisera. To work hard, which means you're very strong worry. Mashenke shayla ba'alma va'afila drisha, but you're allowed to ask. You're allowed to look into it. So therefore, Rashi is medayek when he says le tachker acher hasidus, he uses the word tachker. Chkira not. Asking, yeah, you could ask, but not be worried about it. And the Rebbe even wrote a Maramokim, Re'ei Le'il, Re'ei Yud Gimel Tesvov. Look earlier in the Pasuk, Pashas Re'ei, Kapitel Yud Gimel Pasuk Tesvov. What does the Pasuk say? The Pasuk says, V'dorashto v'chakarto v'sho'alto heitev, Hine emes nochen adover. So we see there that the word chakarto, chkira, means looking into very deep. So from here we see the diuk and the word chkira. So that's what that's how the akasha is answered, which the Rebbe did not say by the Farbrengen, but he wrote this whole paragraph. He added when he was Magia Lekutei Sichos. This is on page 68 in Chelik Yudalet. He added that the whole diuk is like tachker. You could ask Hasidus, but not to be chayker. And that's what Rashi means when he says, Tomim Tia al Tachker Achar Hasidus, to not be Cheker Achar Hasidus.